YouTube channel. It's the Riding Dad YouTube channel. It's the Riding Dad YouTube channel. It's the Riding Dad.
What's up, everybody? Chris here with the Riding Dad channel. If you don't know who I am, I'm Chris, and this is not my bike. If you do know who I am, you know that this is not my bike. It's a 2009 Sportster, Harley Davidson. This is not the stock tank, and this bike is under $4,000 from a dealership. There was a slight issue with the brake. The fluid in the front reservoir and the lines was just no good anymore. They replaced that as part of the making it safe, liability issue for somebody to drive off the lot with it. And now everything works perfectly fine with it. It's got right around 15,000 miles on it, which is not that much at all, especially for these Evo engines. I have personally ridden this on the highway, and I'm gonna tell you right now, going 75, 80, like typical highway speeds, there is no feeling of stress on this engine, at least with my weight and my rider size, and there is no issue whatsoever as far as getting up the highway speed. The nice thing about this bike is that it actually has a larger tank than stock. The stock was obviously black. You got a black fender in the front and rear, and somebody, past owner, put this larger tank. It's either somewhere between like a 4 to 5. I think it's like a 4.5 gallon maybe tank. Anyway, it's a lot larger than the regular stock Sportster tank, and that means that you're not gonna have to stop as often. You can ride, if not longer than all of your friends on other soft tails and stuff like that in touring, at least right around the same exact mileage. The Sportsters are pretty peppy, and for $4,000, this is a extremely good buy. I actually told my buddy that if they weren't gonna buy it, I was gonna buy it. So it's in my garage right now because I'm meeting them for a little vacation that we're doing, and instead of Harley shipping it to them and spending a lot of money on that, I'm just gonna load it in the back of the van that I'm gonna have my bike in as well, and they're going to take it from me and take it home. It did come with only one key and one fob, but really not that big of a deal. The fact that it even has the fob is pretty good, especially for 2009. The ignition works flawlessly. You're not going to get all the LEDs, but if you really are a stickler for LEDs and you don't want to drain your battery, or you just want to improve visibility, you can go to the hardware store and get the regular bulbs for all this stuff for probably like under $10 for your front and rear turn signals and even your headlight. It's not going to be amazing, but it's still going to be LED quality. And I apologize, not for the headlight. Headlight, you can just get a better improved bulb. You can get LED, but it's not going to be under $10 for the headlight. But these things, regular bulbs like this, super, super cheap. It came with an aftermarket seat, a Mustang seat, which I'm personally not an incredible fan of how it looks, but in terms of feeling and comfort, it feels really good. And I haven't had that much time, if any, on a stock Sportster seat, but I'm sure if it's like any other stock seat from Harley, it's gonna be subpar. The engine sounds really good. This has forward controls on it, but the Sportsters and soft tails too, but Sportsters are incredibly easy to change forward controls to mid controls if that's something you want to do. People do stunt bike riding on sport bikes. You could turn it into a tourer if you want. I am about 5'8", 5'9". Like I said, I fit comfortably on the forward controls on this and the bike as is. My wife rode behind me on the way home, and she said that I did look a little bit small on it, but I have a feeling that that's in part due to the handlebar size and the fact that I probably wouldn't do forwards. I'd probably do mid, so more like a sport bikey kind of sitting style, and then I would probably, if I had a Sportster, truthfully, if I had a Sportster, I'd turn it into like a scrambler style. But if I was going to leave it like this, like a regular kind of cruiser style, I would probably do some clip-ons and just make it like a more sportier attack kind of style, or just really short, straight like tracker style bars. So the only thing that really needed to be replaced on this bike when I picked it up for my buddy and his wife is the grips. Were the stock Harley grips, and 11 years had taken their toll on that rubber, and they were just all kind of like melty rubber, and like you had like the black residue on your hand when you stopped touching them. So really easy, cheap fix, just aftermarket grips. They went on easy, 30-40 minute job total, let them dry overnight, and completely fixed the issue. So the whole point of this video is just to explain exactly what you can get for under $4,000 from a dealership. Craigslist, you can probably find Sportsters, half a dozen whenever you look for under $4,000, but are they reliable? Are they safe? How much mileage do they have? What kind of condition is the body and the paintwork in? This bike is in no immaculate showroom condition, but from 4 to 5 feet away, the vast majority of anything that is wrong cosmetically with this bike, you cannot even see. You have to get pretty close, and even then, with some little TLC, some paint correction if you know what you're doing, or even if you want to spend a couple $100s and bring it to a professional paint correction guy, the majority of this stuff can buff out. There's some very minor scratch or a very minor indents in the fenders and stuff, but if you were to correct the paint around the scratch and everything and cover that scratch up and fix that, you would barely see that dent at all. That's how small and insignificant these are. So for $4,000, you're getting a Harley that's going to hold its value to an extent. You know, being this old, you're going to lose a little bit. And you could turn it into whatever you want. The Sportsters you can turn into, like I said, a cafe racer. You can turn it into more like a tracker or like a sport bike kind of style, like a flat tracker or something like that. You can leave it as a cruiser. If you want to put some smaller bags on it and go kind of long-term cruising, you can. Like I said, somebody was obviously mindful of making less gas trips because they put a larger fuel tank on this, which you can buy fuel tanks all day long for almost any Harley, but especially the Sportsters. They've been around forever and they have every aftermarket part you can possibly think of. The tires are pretty good. I can't remember the year. I looked at them earlier. I can't remember that, but generally if you buy from a dealership, you get a little bit of peace of mind that they do like a safety checklist, because God forbid you leave the dealership and you crash because of something going on. They could be sued because they didn't do their part making sure the bike was safe and operable to release to the public to ride. So that is a huge plus of going to a dealership. And if your dealerships are anything like mine, Rockstar Harley dealer in Fort Myers, Florida, the dealership gives you amazing deals on stuff, and they give you amazing deals and purchases on your trade-ins and everything. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like I said, it's just a very brief video before I take this bike to them and I lose it forever in my garage. I wanted to do a really quick video just to show you guys, bring to light the public what kind of deals do come up. You do have to be on it though, because I'm sure there were a bunch of people looking for this. They saw it before the price even went live. They contacted them and everything like that and arranged it. But bikes like this do happen. Just constantly look at your dealers, Harleys and non-Harley dealer alike. They have very good deals a lot of times on older bikes that were cared for well. You just have to know what to look for, and the good thing about getting a dealership bike is that they look for most of it, and for the most part they're pretty honest with motorcycles because there's a lot more liability that goes into selling them. So please like this video, subscribe to the channel if you like seeing stuff like this. So all my videos pretty much are of my 2020 Lowrider S right now and all the stuff I do to that and where me and that bike go. I do leave review videos occasionally on products that I like and products that I don't like. I will be honest with you guys and negatively review them so you guys don't get caught up in wasting money. But if you like that and it sounds like something you want to see more of, or you just like hearing me talk to you, go ahead and please hit that subscribe button. It really does help. Go ahead and like the video as well. Like all my videos, it always helps. Comment. I am always in the comment section and I try my very best to get back to all of you guys very quickly. And I think that's about it. So let's wrap it up. Until next time, guys, ride safe, have fun. Dad out.